Look at what you've done. Look at how you came over from America by yourself. You're landing in this foreign country by yourself. Just take it in. Just look around, just kind of enjoy it and reflect on it. And also when you're there, like the whole time, you want to be like a good tourist. You want to, smile at people. You want to talk to people. You want to just have a good demeanor, I guess, because, they say like the world is your mirror and people will treat you like you come off. And so, hello and welcome to Darren's Travels. On this channel, we talk about traveling around the world by yourself if you're a guy, and particularly if this is your first trip overseas. Today, I want to talk about kind of what you need to do or what I suggest you do when you land in a foreign country. The first thing that you do. And so the first thing that you do when you land in your foreign country and the place that you're going to be visiting is you're going to go to passport control. And the reason why I emphasize that is because I've mentioned before, when you're just transferring on from places, you don't go to passport control. You go to the ongoing passenger area, the transfer hall, where you go to get your next flight. But when you land in the place that you want to stay at, when you're going to be visiting, you do follow the crowd to baggage control and go through the baggage claim area. And then you're going to go through passport control, then your baggage claim area. And the passport control is where you go up to the window and they look at your passport and they stamp your passport of the place you're at, and then you can go through. And that's how you exit the airport. That's how you go into the city. But when you're standing there with the passport control people, a lot of times I would say 50% of the times, they'll just stamp your passport and send you through. Sometimes they will ask you what brings you to the country, and if you just say tourism, that'll be fine, and they'll let you through, and that's about it. In a not rare exception, but a minority of the times, they will ask you how long you're going to be in the country and what dates you're going to be there and things like that. And that's usually about as detailed as passport control will ask you about. They don't really ask you about anything else that's in your passport. And the reason why I thought of that, why I noticed or I mentioned that, is because I know coming back to the U.S., passport control is a lot more strict, and I think American passport control and customs, whatever, they'll ask you kind of what you did, and they'll ask you why there's some stamps in your passport, things like that. But when you're in a foreign country, usually passport control will just let you go through. You just say you're there on tourism, and that'll be enough. So then you go through passport control, and then you go to baggage claim. And again, you shouldn't have bags. You're not waiting for anything. But I always say, just kind of get through baggage claim, and then just kind of relax. Just find a chair somewhere and just relax for a second. You've been traveling for 2 days probably. You're finally at your final destination. Just relax in that baggage area place. Go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, change your shirt, whatever you want to do. But just relax for 10 or 15 minutes in that baggage claim area when you land. And the reason why you do that is because once you leave baggage claim and once those doors open and you're into the airport, all chaos will break loose. There's going to be people everywhere waiting to pick up people. There's going to be taxi drivers coming up to you and ask if you want to ride. And there's just going to be stuff going everywhere. So take that first 15 minutes and relax. I got that from one of my favorite YouTubers. His name is Luke Life Charms, and I'll put it here in the description. But I remember, I think he said it in a video years ago, that you just basically, once you get to the baggage claim area, just take a deep breath and just kind of relax. And I've always done that, and it works out pretty good. So then once you do kind of get ready and you get out, past the doors or whatever, Then you go into the wild, into the chaos of that airport. The first thing I would do is look for the train, because as I said, and I'll put it at the end of the screen, always look and see if there's an airport train from your airport to the city center to get to your hotel or your Airbnb in the city center. But before you do that, get maybe $40 in the local currency. Get it out of the ATM at the airport instead of getting it out at the currency exchange stores at the airport, because the ATM is going to be a little bit better rate than the currency exchange stores that everybody's going to. But I will say that the airport ATMs aren't the best either. But you want to get a couple, $40 or so just to have when you first get there. Again, you'll get more money later. The tip, like I said before, you'll get money later at the mall, at the ATMs at the mall, because those are fair rates. But just get some money when you first land, just to have it with you. And then finally, kind of like once you get your money, once you find your train, once you get out into the foreign country for your very first time, have just like a good attitude. Just look at what you've done. Look at how you came over from America by yourself. You're landing in this foreign country by yourself. Just take it in. Just look around, just kind of enjoy it and reflect on it. And also when you're there, like the whole time, you want to be like a good tourist. You want to, smile at people. You want to talk to people. You want to just have a good demeanor, I guess, because, they say like the world is your mirror, and people will treat you like you come off. And so be, friendly or whatever, and people will always, help you and welcome you. Foreigners will love to show you their city. And then also you can be, like I said, an ambassador of goodwill from the States. And so, sometimes you go places where you're one of the only Americans they've ever met. And so you want to, be a good ambassador. And so just remember, the world is your mirror. How you come off is how people will treat you. So be cool. So that's it. So again, that's kind of how you deal with the getting off the plane at your destination and getting out into the city. And you'll have a great time. Like I said, I'll leave at the end screen here, I'll leave the video about the ongoing passengers thing to do where you don't go to passport control during that. And then that'll help you. But at your final destination, then, yeah, you do follow the crowd to passport control and get out into the city and have a great time. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.